let's get to it. Never mind. Give me a sec. I'm not there. I didn't test this beforehand. Usually I always do. Are we in business? Nope.
Want a taste?
Oh, my camera's not working. Give me a sec. Where is my webcam? This is why we don't start this early. There we go. Here I am. Hello. It's a little anticlimactic. Also, I look so sweaty. Man, it's first of all, hi, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. We are here. We're here. We're talking about leaks. Probably gonna be doing phase 2 of the event. Before then, let me rant at you. What do you call it? I woke up today and I've felt tired for the entire day up until this point. I don't know what it is. My face feels swollen. I think it's because I'm fasting, so I just feel mentally more clear, but my body is like sick. So I'm like fucking starving. My body's in like focus mode, but also I feel like a mess because I think I'm fighting something. So anyways, I have something big to talk to you guys about. I'll probably be talking to you guys about it throughout the course of this video, or the stream, sorry. And yeah, also, I would love to hear what you think, Lone Syndicate and Bolty and Red. Lone Syndicate, my boy, who told us specifically that he was probably going to have to change some shit if Lynn was fabled to be next after Cobalt. Yeah. Let me know what's happening, buddy. What we feeling, because I really hope that the leaks, for those guys who haven't seen the leaks, click just or just pause, or just pause and then just button mash to live or whatever. I'm assuming you're gonna see the leaks. Thus far, the leaks have been like correct. People said they were gonna get Frigg, and then we're gonna get Claudia, and then we're gonna get Cobalt. So everything's been correct up until this point. Data miners have nailed it, obviously. So data miners have said apparently that the next characters coming out are going to be Lynn, Ruby, and Saki, which lines up completely with Vera and all of these things. And also the event that's going on right now. It's kind of like a thing that's like, hey, Lynn's next, then Ruby, then I thought it was one other person and then Saki, but regardless. Yeah, so that's something, which, for those guys who do not know, Lynn is fabled to be one of the best characters in the game, just uniformly incredibly good. Ruby is fabled to I think she's just a loved character. She's one of a kind. There's no one like Ruby as like this death child of hell. And also she seemingly is a great DPS. And has a fantastic burst. So, it's rough. So if you're gonna go for, there's no point to recover, which I think is their plan. I think that they're trying to be like, and habop bop bop. So Cobalt's coming out, and then we got Lynn, and then we got Ruby. Now I've been hoarding, but it can get bad. Also, man, I wish it was. And this, I don't know if it, Lone Snake, is it? I uploaded a video to the Tower Fantasy tab that went over this. I just have a shit memory right now because I'm learning so much weird shit that I can't remember normal things. So, what do you call it? One of the things, was that the sequence? Was it Lynn, Ruby, Saki? Or was it Lynn, someone else, then Ruby? Or was it Lynn, Ruby, someone else, then Saki? I feel like that's more right. Cobalt, I love you, but Lynn is gone. I got you. You can do the Genshin thing, or day one you're gonna be like, I wish twice and see what happens. But no, man, I get it. Yeah, it's I was still going for Cobalt. I need a character. I'm bored out of my fucking mind. I need something to focus on. I need some sort of power gain. I need something to invest in. I've also been grinding weapon materials for her, so I need that as well. So there's plenty of reasons to do it, but I understand. Lynn is yes. Bodhi says Lynn 3-star is so much damage. Yeah, see, Bodhi, I can't be thinking that way. Best I can do is 1. Best I can do. Best I can do is $5. Also, well, I got some of you guys' attention. You guys gotta stop me. Okay, here's the thing I found out about myself. When I talk about the things that I'm excited about, and people do not just immediately tune me out and get bored and seem disinterested or have a hot take and makes me feel like, oh, it's not that exciting. Basically, you guys are great listeners. You guys also were like, oh, what's this about? So you enable me. We did this with electric unicycles. I'm still going down that rabbit hole. It's like sucking me down the rabbit hole like Alice. It's brutal. Also great. Very fun. But recently, I told you guys about 2 ideas that I had in terms of content that I think would do really, really well on YouTube. And me kind of talking about the same issue I've seen with Wonderlands, I'm seeing in some ways with Tower Fantasy, with just, there's not a huge pool of people who are currently consuming content in Tower Fantasy, and not least not to the extent of like, 400k views on a video, that kind of thing. Still good people, still like plenty of views, etc., or plenty of people engaged with the game, etc. But I also think that for me as a person who's creating content for the game, I feel kind of like I want to see what happens when certain games like Genshin or whatever happens take a minute, or like they stop the ravenous upload schedule, and if more people will come to Tower Fantasy, and those will detonate those videos that we have made, hopefully that are a little bit, good forever, hopefully. Anyways, but one of the ideas I had for YouTube was essentially creating a VR channel, or doing VR, but doing the live, die, repeat Groundhog's Day phenomenon type style of video, which I cannot find for the life of me, which I want so badly. I Google it or YouTube it every couple weeks to see if somebody has done it, because I want to see it. I want to see someone do a VR. Like, I seen one recently, it was a VR mod for Half-Life Alyx that made it, like, everything John Wick, had, like, crazy gunplay. And I was waiting for someone to basically, like, do the VR game thing, like, 50 times until they map out exactly where everyone is, so that they can literally just run through the entire level, like, knowing exactly that if I'm here, a person will eventually turn that corner, because the AI is following a path, will turn that corner, and then I will shoot them, prepping to do that. And also, like, filming in such a way that makes it so that it's super satisfying. There's a person, a YouTuber I talked to you guys about, who's basically this he plays video games like Dishonored, and he does them perfectly. You've probably seen some of his videos, if not just a clip of it, of him like doing these crazy kills because he knows where everyone's going to be on the map, and he can just predict what to do first. So anyways, the whole reason why I talked about this is when I talked about it on stream, and you guys like were like, oh, it seems neat. It got me excited to also do it, because when I'm looking at my channel currently, we're talking too long about this, I know, but when I look at my channel and I look at my Tower Fantasy videos, a part of me thinks I could see the half-life of these types of videos. So we made a video about Vera Orienteering Phase 1. I could see how eventually these types of videos would age out in such a way that people probably wouldn't look for them anymore. Maybe if someone who could look back at history and think neat, but nothing that people are going to seek and genuinely be interested in, especially binging. Now, with that being said, there's stuff like we've done the how to beat the raid boss. That stuff makes sense. People would eventually find that, look for that, stuff like that. But basically, I see a half-life on these types of videos. Whereas, the video that I want to make of like doing any sort of VR game perfectly, like a perfect play is what I would call the videos, and then I would do live, die, repeat streams, where we would basically just be doing the same thing over and over again, shaving off time and learning as we go. And yeah. I looked into basically the Quest 2, which actually is not the most expensive VR thing. It's still expensive, and I normally wouldn't consider it because I've seen a lot of gameplay of the Quest 2 that looks terrible. But then I find out that you can plop a little headpiece in there and basically have your PC running the experience and be able to engage with this properly. Now, I still don't know if I'm going to pursue this, but I basically have I've hoarded like this. I've hoarded the sub money in a PayPal account. In which I've only ever used for games, and there's been enough money in there right now where I could aggregate to where I could feasibly buy the Quest 2 without it being excessive, because I would cover half the cost, and then I would, very appreciatively use some of that, subscription money to basically produce more content, which is why it's in a separate account, so that I can know that this is specifically made for creating content. And yeah, it would still be pretty expensive, but I basically wanted to ask you guys, would that be something that you would be interested in watching? Like streams of us doing VR. There'd be growing pains, because I'd have to figure out how to make my audio sound good from afar. I'd have to figure out a lot of things. But like I get really excited because I see like the boundless potential that I don't think anyone is capturing, or if it is, I don't think it's captured in the way that I want to do it, I guess, you know? Like for instance, one of the things was like Half-Life Alyx is going on, and if we were to play the VR section of Half-Life Alyx where the monster is like following you and shit, and we did it in such a way that could be interesting, I think that could be a fun edited video that I would feel good about putting somewhere. But the only thing that I'm kind of fought with is I think a lot of people would be even open to the idea of VR if I film it right, which is a big thing, by the way. Like I'm 100% aware that like there's a big make or break when it comes to VR if it's just filmed like shit, like it's super zoomed in and looks gross. I get it. Which I think is also think it's a strength, knowing what like makes a video bearable in VR and what doesn't. But the one thing that I'm kind of thinking in my head is, how do I put this properly in the words? Like to me, I know right now if I were to do this, it'd be a little fucky because it's already like kind of a lot to manage Tower Fantasy right now. So, and I think what it's probably going to be is it might be like us dipping our toe into the deep end of VR. And then in like 3 months, if Tower Fantasy never has its shift or its moment to shine, I don't think we'll stop playing Tower Fantasy, but I think, and this is the thing that kind of gives me like a little bit of like, ugh, but it's like to reinvent ourselves for a third time is rough. We were a Wonderlands channel, we're a Tower Fantasy channel, but now we'd be changing ourselves again. And I don't want to get in the habit of doing this constantly. It's just, to me, when I think of like content that I think is immortal almost, and I think content that not a lot of people are doing, at least in the way that I think you could do it and it would be engaging and interesting, is the VR thing. You know, like when I look at the Tower Fantasy space, I see so many people who are incredibly talented and like doing about as good as I could do. You know, I'm like, I can't see an improvement. I can't really see an opening really a lot of times. Like I see guides are about as good as you need in order to make a guide engaging. And it's, yeah, I'm kind of like, but with the VR thing, I think, no, there's some things for whatever reason people aren't doing, and I gotta look into stuff more and maybe see there's valid reasons for not doing it. But yeah, I don't know. But also, here's the thing that could all shit the bed. I may put on my VR goggles and feel like shit. I might get motion sick like you've never seen. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to me ramble about that. Bear with me a little bit longer so I can catch up and see what you guys think about all this. And yes, Lone Stick says, I'm feeling good. The trailer came out last night. For who? For the whole Vetra, you mean? Or like for Lynn? Probably not Lynn, right? Lone Stick says, Bodhi says, Lynn, 3 stars, so much damage. Or Lone Stick says, let's hear it, Grim. What's on your mind? Thank you, Lone Stick. I appreciate that. Lone Stick says, oh, I watched all your guys' videos, Grim. I wanted to talk to you about it some more. Which one? The one, the Dishonored guy? You watched all of them? Man, it's good shit, right? Like, but also, like, to me, doesn't that make sense that if you were just to do that, and this is the reason why, to me, like, it's triggering my sense of, like, jump on this crate right now, is because I see a system that could, like, perfectly create within itself. So, like, the process, we could have our channel with like the best videos possible to people who are binge, just like the Dishonored video, like exactly what Lone Syndicate said. Like, you can watch this like perfect play person's channel because he's been uploading for a year, and like each one of his videos are fucking super satisfying, and they're made to be like super like, oh my god, I can't believe he's perfectly mapping out this entire level in his mind and like cleanly doing all of it. But then it could feed into streams. And I think it'd be really cool, just like the name even, just to have live, die, repeat streams. And like, just like if you laugh, you lose, people understand that idea immediately. The whole live, die, repeat, you understand what the video is about and what it's in like 2 seconds within the watching it to understand what's happening. The person like redoing the same thing, mapping out where enemies spawn in their head and things like that. Also, I got really excited because I did a test on my PC because we already have some weird PC problems. But I did a test to see if my PC could handle VR, and I had the green light, essentially, which blew me away. I thought we would not have that at all, but we got green light on PC, which is like a test you can do, which like red is no, your PC cannot handle this at all. Orange is like, yeah, you can kind of manage, and then green is like, no, your PC is actually 100% okay. There's like a bunch of particle shit going on my screen to see how it attacks it. It was great. But yes, anyways. Bodhi says, whenever I see stuff like Hitman speedrun, which would be similar to your idea, and I always think that that must be pretty hard to achieve and just perfectly time everything. No, I definitely don't think it would be easy. But it's the one type of content that I desperately love, and I haven't felt this way since I started making content on Let It Die. Like, the reason why I made Let It Die content, especially the reason why it pushed me to do it so much, is because no one else was doing it, and I needed those videos. So I always thought, well, fuck, if no one's gonna make these videos, I'll make them. So part of me wants to be like, well, hey, like I've been constantly hunting for this type of video, and I can't find it. Alone Seeker says, Grin, I'm down for whatever you want to do, my friend. So too sweet to me, Alone Seeker, too sweet. Appreciate that. But you know me, Grin. Woody says, I don't think that reinventing yourself is all that bad. No, it's not all that bad. It took such a long time for us already. Like, just as we get 2 or 3 videos to pop and I can start seeing the system start to understand who our new audience is, now I'm playing like this stupid game and doing it again, and I knew how kind of I guess we did learn, though. We did learn a lot, where like private your old videos or unlist them so that way the community can still access them. But then hyper push for content that people specifically want to see. That way the system can start seeing who your new person is, which that can make sense. Maybe we'll see. Again, I don't want to jump the gun too much. I still want to wait and see if Tower of Fantasy, if we can, start to develop an audience here. And again, I don't want to make anyone feel like we're not going to invest in the game, because I like it. Like, we'll always play this game, especially on streams. It's just whether they become like the main focus for me creating content. Also, man, to me, VR is just such a fucking interesting thing. Like, I can't describe how, like, when I seen a good Half-Life Alyx video, I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. But I also feel like you could edit it in a way that makes people super engaged, because that was the one thing with Half-Life Alyx, is people always like finagle with weapons, and like that's the thing that's kind of frustrating, is you'll see people pick up a grenade, throw it, it'll fall right in their lap, they'll pick it up, they'll throw it again, it kind of punts like 2 feet away. Whereas if you were to have the dedication to be like, no, I'm gonna make sure I know how to lob these things so that I can perfectly like burn through a map, and then like make that perfect run a video. That way it's the most satisfying. It's stuff like that, and yeah, and I think because VR is such a, like, just having VR content is in itself a scarcity thing. I don't think many people have it, so I don't think people are optimizing it to that extent, like to actually take time to become good at the video game before you actually are playing it, because it's just kind of like, well, you don't have to do that. You can just kind of play VR and yeah. But also there are a couple of people who I think are genuinely like astonishing when it comes to doing VR stuff. There's a guy named Wolf who's super good about like doing narrative let's plays, like where he's almost like a role playing in some way, and it's pretty entertaining. Anyways, let's start the event, by the way. Well, actually, let's hold up, because I'm still going to talk about this let's end it, and then we'll just kick it off. Lozinga says, although I don't watch that much VR content myself, I could get into it. Okay. Lobolti says, and also motion sickness gets way better with the newer models for VR. Yeah, I would hope that there's a way to train yourself up to resistance. To resist it. But I watched a video that's like a VR test thing, and I don't think it's much of that, but I didn't really get any motion sickness, which it makes me feel better about it, because I know people who have bad motion sickness can't play FPS games because it's too gross for them. It makes them feel sick. But for me, I've never felt any motion sickness when doing anything game-wise, even like flying. Only time I feel bad motion sickness is when I'm in a car, and that's like the movement or whatever. So I'm hoping that it's different in that way. We'll hope. Losika says, yeah, I watched all those Dishonored videos. It even made me want to play Dishonored myself. Like, this guy is playing the game as well as the AI itself gets confused. Yeah. Yeah, he also does shit that's super weird. Like, he'll find out in a video game that, like, if you sprint and like you curve around a person, they'll like hear that essentially, and then they'll be like, oh, and they'll turn around, you'll be gone because you perfectly curved around them essentially, so that when they turn around because they hear a noise, you've turned around with them and the person's right behind them, and then he like throws a rock at their face. This is Far Cry. He like throws a rock at their face and then like shoots them, or by that point some sort of crazy thing that he's planned 2 minutes later just fucking wipes this person. Like the AI got the head cut off, but was still moving, running away. I found that so interesting that he broke the AI. Yeah, it's crazy, man. There are also options to decrease motion sickness with black bars on the screen. I think. Yeah, but see, those are things that I can't do because I would want it to be actual like video content, right? But yeah. Maybe it's only for me and not for everybody else. Like it's like maybe sticking something within the visor. Also, the guy did things I didn't even think you could do in games. Like, dude shot an arrow into the sky, slowed down time, placed a trap on it, and then let it travel. Yeah. Especially with Dishonored. Like, man, the one that's crazy. I wish he would do it more because it was kind of a game made for him, I think. But it's the Death Loop. It was a game I think inspired by his whole thing. And he only did one video of it. It was great, but it was like, oof, I can't wait till like, because he develops skill in a video game and he kind of has to, he doesn't want to waste it. Like if you jump around too much, it gets fucky. Yeah. Invite me to, also GRINN, send me an invite. Well, I thought we were going to do the event. Are we going to, okay. Starting the video now, or starting the actual like thumbnail now. All right. Let me see. So in the event, what the fuck are we doing? The event phase 2, I have not completed a single bit of it because I want to do it on stream and I hope I didn't fuck myself here. It says Luca and Sebek. I think basically it's just kill the bosses. So does anybody, if we do start like a little rally call here, do we, well actually depending on who joins, some people we have in our community are cracked, Bolty included. Let's join this invite and then do that invite. So I think the phase 2 is literally just killing world bosses, but you know that's kind of a nightmare. You guys can do world bosses for the event. Just spam either. I was about to say. So I was gonna say, can we? Maybe it's better just to go to world event and then just wait for people like that. Okay, hey, just open. Hey, open your map. Both Red and Lone Syndicate. Just open your world map and click the person that says "Join Me" taxi thing, and then just click, boom, and then you'll just teleport there. Or you can just, I think, can you guys teleport to me? Can you guys just join me? And then just ping to me if I leave this person's party. Because let me know how to do that. Because like how I can make it so that anyone can join in on me. No, I want to leave. All right, good. Now we're all joined, hanging out right around here. I mean, I guess I could send you guys invites, but. Luckily, we're patiently waiting. Tasty. Also, the audio is not as loud as I think it needs to be. There we go. Also, that's playing. Then What's good? Oh my god, Silver. Silver says, the closest thing to your idea that I've seen for VR. What's that? The closest thing I've seen to one sec. I want to read this. Because to me, man, I tried finding it, and I think maybe, and could be the issue, is it could just be something that's hard to, like, communicate within a title. I think Live, Die, Repeat or Perfect Play makes sense, but maybe people's brains don't go to that. But yeah. I also think for that, you'd have to, like, I don't know, there's a bunch of Reddit Discord things, Reddit specifically. I think you could post your video in there and it would actually make sense, like perfectly satisfying if you were able to perfectly do something. I think that would, even just a clip with like a link back to the content, I think could work. So I think you'd have to like pioneer a thing, you know, like, or at least bring attention to this new type of content that you're making, etc. But again, there's a lot of variables there that are like, the idea I hope works, but again, there could be like things like, oh, you need a giga PC to like maintain a pace within this weird thing. Maybe, but then we could always start on a game that's less taxing and then go from there, etc. But yeah. But it also sucks that I still don't have monetization on the new channel, like Brothers GRINN, which kind of makes sense because, yeah. Well, actually, yeah, it sucks. You need a certain amount of subscribers, and I need to be better about asking people to subscribe. I just think I'd rather make content and like say that I'm going to cover the game consistently, and that tends to be people like, I'll subscribe. Although I think with games like this, kind of the same era of Genshin, there tends to be a lot of channels that like, you're already subscribed to 5 Genshin channels, so you're kind of like, oh, I'll watch the video if it's a good video, but to subscribe to you, I mean, I've already subscribed to 15. You know, it's like, ugh. Also, I don't know if I want to use, do we have to cash in our cards, or can we just kill? Because I kind of want to save these for Dragon. Because I have a Samir, that'd be cool to get that as well. Oh, we get 8, that's not bad. That's not bad. Is there another person? Oh, there's a fucking monkey yelling at me. Oh, but, okay, Silverfang says, the closest thing to your idea that I've seen from VR would be to beat Saber with people do perfect play or made super hot. Yeah, no, even with perfect, with like, super hot, I still try to find those videos. And and maybe it's me, man, but like, maybe I should look at super hot more, because maybe there's a person who has done this, but when I do see videos, I see videos that still, it sounds weird, but like, I think, especially if you've seen the Dishonored person that me and Lone Snake are both talking about, if you just put Dishonored, like craziest Dishonored kills you've ever seen, compilation or something, you'll find it. This is probably the core of the issue. It's hard to find what it's called, what this type of video is called. But if you see those videos, I see a lot of people with super hot where like they get goofy, and I don't know if that's perfect. Like a part of me thinks, like in the Dishonored person, he kind of plays. Like, he does things that are silly, but, like, the character himself is, like, just kind of doing something so seamlessly and so, like, intuitively that you almost kind of, it almost, again, looks like, instead of it being, like, this weird, like, super hot, I feel like I see a lot of people go, like, punch. Like, they'll almost become, like, a joke. Like, they'll make it meme-y, almost, which is good, but it's not quite the thing that I kind of want to see. To me, I'm talking about someone who, like, perfectly knows someone's coming, like, almost... What if you could play super hot without slowing down time at all? Like that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Where you didn't have time to basically be like, pause, and all these weird things. If that makes any sense. But there's like a tone difference, I think. Also, please tell me there's someone gonna say it's like a new channel that we're gonna go fight Luca or whomever else. Come on! We might have to be the people. Either Lone Syndicate maybe, or me. Type like a channel, and then whom we're gonna go fight. Whomever we're gonna go fight. Also, might just have to be patient. Wait until people get ready to go. But yeah, that's funny, because super hot to me is like, again, I tried to find videos, and maybe super hot is one of those videos that it does exist, to try to find like a person perfectly doing super hot, cutting out all of the fat and doing almost like a one take of it, or at least editing out the seams where they're clipping things together, I guess. Yeah, because I've seen a lot of people do like walkthroughs where like they're good at it, but there's like a moment where they fail and they keep it in the video, and I think, nah, you got to get like just all the way through. It's almost like it's just from start to finish, perfectly cut, gone. You know what I mean? But which is, by the way, is not nothing. Like I just want to stress, there's a reason why, to me, when I thought, oh, you could do a stream of this, that's why it seems like, oh, this is not just something that is going to take a stupid amount of effort and also yield one video a week kind of thing, you know? Yeah. Some games like Beat Saber. Yeah, Beat Saber is awesome too. Yeah, there's plenty of those games too where like, yeah, those ones make more sense. Where like, I think people have that, like, it's like Guitar Hero, like the perfect score essentially. But I'm talking about games that have like cinematography in a way. Like, again, there was a mod for Half-Life, Alex, that like gave you like a bar and a gun. And I've seen so many people do things that were funny and interesting and like clicky and stuff like that. But not to that extent. Not to the extent where like, oh shit, this is like a person like mapping this out perfectly. Lone Singh says, so I got Lynn and Saki coming soon, and just in time for my birthday. That's cute. I was gonna say, Lone Singh, what is the thing you put down last? Is that how the event is? Am I saying this right? the sequence of characters coming out in the video that I listed, at least, is that, what is that again? Is that the one you first said? So is it gonna be Lynn, what's her name, Ruby, and then Saki? Is that the three that are like bop 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 coming out after Cobalt? If that's the case, shit. Fuck. God damn it. Oh, also I should send you guys an invite, just in case you guys don't want to click on that for whatever reason. Oh no, you guys, okay, good. Invite. There. I'm on a roll. Now, what do I have to join? Maybe you also just clicked and you just got here as well? I don't know if you're not, if you didn't get here. Let's take it. Luca is easier, you think? Are we starting? Are they just firing off? Are we going? Oof. Oh, back up! God damn it. I hate that. I wish your parachute just got activated when you hold double jump. There we go. Ping to me. Don't go far into your idea, or else somebody might steal. No, Bolty. See, that's the thing, Bolty. I don't really believe in all that, because to me, good. Steal it. I'll learn from what you do, and I'll make it better. Because, yeah, that's the internet, baby. I'm all for people taking the idea as much as they want, because yeah, I would love to learn from their mistakes, etc. or learn what they did properly. Now, granted, I do think there's a realm in which yeah, if someone just comes out of nowhere and just fucking crushes with no gap in the armor, their personalities 10 out of 10, their editing 10 out of 10, they have a giga PC 10 out of 10. I'm like, fuck off. Okay, that's a little rough, but you just gotta get more creative, especially again, the reason why VR to me seems like a thing that you could a space where it's not crowded. Does that make sense? Like to me, when I see the Tower Fantasy community, I see people who are doing about as much as you can kind of do, which is not the right perspective, by the way. You can always do more. You can always find your gap in the armor, like I said. But it certainly is a question mark of how much effort is this going to take to stand out in order to create something genuinely that people want. And these are the things that you kind of got to consider as well. So yeah. But yeah, again, I want to stress though that we're never not going to play Tower Fantasy, because I just do love it as a game. It's just whether it's going to be the thing that's going to increase our community's growth and etc. stuff like that. I'd hope so. Yeah, but yeah, the whole VR thing I think has a lot more shelf life for content wise. Just because again, there's not a lot of people covering it and also editing the videos in a way that I think would be enjoyable to watch. But I also got to look into it more, so maybe I find out that in order to record good gameplay for the game, you need a special VR headset, and that's not the Quest 2. And I'm like, oh shit. And again, I'm all for reinvesting if we happen to get monetization on the channel, and then save up for a couple months, or even doing streams in which we can do that. Do we have to collect this Bolty or nah? Can we just force it open? Because I don't want to use a key, actually. I want to save my keys for the big thing. I hope that works. Let's see. Is there anything weird going on there? Vetra Orienteering. And is the next part of the quest just giving us cells? Is that what we get every time we do this? We just get cells? We get cards for it? Maybe. Maybe possibly. I did this without even doing it properly. Yeah, I guess. So okay. So I thought the event would be way more grindy, but it's kind of not like that. Okay. Is another person grinding this out? Let's see. Last call for robots. So starting. Smiley face. Cute. That's how you do it. Positivity. Bodhi says, can't we can we watch Saki's trailer before I go to bed? Yeah. When is it? Is it like now? Maybe not now, but maybe. If you say now, maybe we can figure it out. I just don't want to miss people grinding this, because yeah, I guess it doesn't seem like. Well, no, I guess this is unless they have some sort of weird thing where you can skip it quite easily. we probably should grind these bosses. 'Cause I think that's how you get power cells. I think that's how you get the currencies to buy the things. Ooh. Oh, also, I never really read Silver's message properly. You were saying that like the closest thing to your idea is would be Beat Saber with people was what people do, perfect plays, and made and Super Hot as well, or the people who made Super Hot, or made Super Hot. Oh wow, I didn't know Beat Saber people made Super Hot. Okay, holy shit, I did not know that. Also, I don't think Frostbot is one of the people. I thought it was like Luca or Roboth or whatever. Oh no, it's not even that. It's this person. Shit. But I don't understand what we're gaining from it. Are we gaining something that I'm not aware of? Frostbot. No, we don't need to do Frostbot. Why don't do the advance? It says, so games like Beat Saber? A question like Beat Saber? Oh, yeah, so I see what you're saying. So you're saying just like games like Beat Saber are what people do perfect plays in, but not everything else? Yeah, to me, man, like as much as I think Beat like that's satisfying, I like seeing people go buck wild on Beat Saber. It's awesome. But yeah, again, and this is one of those things where like if somebody did make this content, I would just watch it because I've been trying to find it. Like again, there's a video called Boneworks that just came out that I would love, and I see people like again like they're like kind of getting used to the clunkiness of the like physics engine and shit, and I would love to see someone just blitzkrieg through a level, just like fucking full send it, nothing, just like gun it, etc. And like maybe conveniently cut out all the puzzle weirdness, you know, even though I know it's a big part of Bone Lab, etc. I heard someone say Bone Lab was expensive, like too expensive. I was like, what? Especially with mods? Like, well, I should say, there's a good possibility of mods, but yeah. Also, the fact that it runs on the Quest 2, which is a $300 headset opposed to like a $800 headset, it's pretty wild. I say that, but in Canada land, it's $500, which again, that's why I was saying that I could use. I would pay the $300, but I would use the $200 from our subscription person, a lovely human being, donations, etc. Fund, which is in a PayPal account that I have saved, which is actually a sizable a huge chunk actually of what's in there. So I appreciate this part always. But I keep it in a separate fund, like I said, just so I can reinvest it into content for you guys. So it's never going towards something silly. I hope we get another thing. I might have to pause it and actually like, yeah. Give me a sec. Well, actually, can I, what do you call it? Do we have, Bolty, well, I got you here. If I go here, and I go to, this is what you were trying to tell me one of these days, Raid Boss, and I go to the requirement, level requirement, I guess we could just do maybe 40, it doesn't really matter, 40, 50, doesn't really matter. Upper level, doesn't care. And then we do, Sebek, maybe, and then we do that. And then we do, sure, let's do 50 or something. 50. Then we hit OK. Upper level limit. Sure. We hit OK. How do I make it so that people can auto join in on me? Do you know how to do that, Bolty? Red says, we may as well just periodically find the bosses ourselves, then advertise. Oh, I was about to advertise. Why? So we just do the boss? Just three of us? I don't think we can just beat it by ourselves. You think? Auto approve checkbox. Where is that? Is that in settings? At the bottom, auto approve. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. You don't think if we hit recruit, do you think that would come and join now? Oh, it has like different words for you could do. 3 positions, 1 go, advanced group. Weird. Wish they were doing a better better thing. What were you saying? What do you mean auto? Is this you don't advertise? Why? But you need 8-player group. That would be a group, not roaming boss. Recruit. You do what is it? Oh, did I not include the not roaming boss. World. Oh, so it'd be you would need 8 players. So would I go to raid then and just kind of hope for what do you call it? Where is it? Roaming boss, joint operations. Where's raid? Raid. So then I would just have raid like this. I mean, find the boss ourselves, then type in chat to recruit people. Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm planning on doing. I thought you were saying maybe we shouldn't do the raid. So it's the whole boss thing is bullshit. It's just stupid. I gotcha. Weird. You think it'd be better than that? So we could do Luca again. I think we're in a different channel, right? Yeah, 7. Probably could do Luca. Do Luca. Where's Luca over at? Right there. Oh, you're already. I guess I could make you lead really quick and then ping to you. Transfer control. Give it back to me, and then I'll write a message. Oh, there is one. There is one going on? Oh, shit. I see the time it takes to advertise. You just wait. Patience, all that. Let's pause. Oh, you're way ahead of me. Red. Sweet. I don't know what it is, man. I got this, I feel like I got a paper cut right on my eye, because every time I touch it, it's like, makes me want to scratch it more. It's like a mosquito bite. Horrible. What is good, Max? Max says, hi, Grim. Don't forget you were streaming today. Nervously laughs. So wait. Oh, didn't forget you were streaming today. It's okay, Max. We're happy to have you, buddy. You can get cells from Luca and Sebek. Also, Grin, you hear about Genshin. Loneston again. I'm so happy you mentioned it. I was going to bring it up to you specifically. And also our Genshin brothers and sisters. Man, what a horrible idea to do, do that interview. Although, also, what a gift. What an absolute gift to realize that, absolutely nothing that you want is gonna happen. They could at least been well, maybe we'll increase resin with the ever-expanding map and domains and etc. But no, they were no, we're not updating. It was just how to piss off and just shatter every community's thing. For those of you guys who don't know, there was an interview that Genshin developers did with, I think it was IGN or something, one of these companies. And they asked him all these questions, and oh my fucking god, was it the worst possible thing I'd ever seen. It was just people getting lit up. Also, did you give me back control? No, good. You keep control, because yeah, you may want to kick people if they're sticking around too much. But anyways, basically the interview could be dissolved into, are you planning on adding endgame content? Not even a fucking little bit. Are we planning on increasing resin? Not even a fucking little bit. Are we planning on giving the traveler an outfit? Not even fucking a little bit. Are we planning on monetizing more skins? Not even fucking. It was just constant this something that people were hopeful for. Shut down, trashed immediately. Nothing. Boom, bang, and it's sad because a lot of people have a vested interest in the game and they feel a deep connection with the potential that it has. And as much as I think people are again, it's kind of a meme within the Genshin community right now, but it's people are in mourning a little bit about oh, this was never my game, and people feel a little stupid, and I kind of understand this. But it's if you've invested in something and hopeful, it's committing to something, and being hopeful for what it could possibly be, for then only for you to realize that all the time you spent waiting was hollow and meaningless. because it was never ever going to be that. You know, like a year, 2 years into it, like when you were waiting at year 1, you should have stopped then. But so people feel like this feeling of like, not only is it insulting and sad and stuff, because you did hope it was going to be this, you did, you know, draw out the time. But yeah, so I understand how people have that emotional response, because it's like, and when you waste a year of your life hoping for something and playing a game because you have aspirations for it to become something greater, then fuck yeah, is this going to be absolutely terrible. Also, why is no one fighting? There's like so many people. I think we can start fighting, my guys. It's like, we have an army. What's going on? Want to watch a trailer after this boss? Yeah, absolutely. We'll do that this time. Especially, it's going to probably take time for everything to get, like, everyone to get situated again. Max says, I really should get on Tower of Fantasy because I wasn't on like all this week. Yeah, man. I had the same week last week where I was doing bare minimum stuff, and then I was like, God damn it, Wormhole again. I got so many things I know I need to do, but I'm more obsessed with making videos right now than playing a game. So it's like, but also in order to play a game, you need to make videos and all these things. so yeah. Losika says, nah, we not doing any of the other characters that you build. Never gonna get used to their full potential. So there's no point in farming the perfect artifact or anything, man. Yeah. To me, it's just like Genshin is, despite having an end game, despite having events, it's only ever gonna be whatever the event is. Basically, FOMO and storytelling, which is interweaved in FOMO and like storytelling, FOMO, whatever. So yeah, let me quickly pull up this thing. I'll do that, I guess. Okay, we'll click on this, I guess. Ooh, it's loud as hell. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so this is the character that so many people are excited for, including Lone Syndicate and, of course, Bolty. This is Saki Fuwa, or Saki. We'll call it Saki. It's already hard enough for me to do the bare minimum. Yes, dual-wielding katana cryo person for people who got Frigg, absolute, seemingly must pull. Also, duo character, which a lot of people just inherently like. Yes. Reminds me of a, what's it called? This outfit kind of reminds me of a kendo outfit, so kind of cool. But yeah. Ooh, Stepik Channel 1? Fuck. Shit. God damn it. Sorry, Red. I'll catch up in a minute. That's okay, cool. We're gonna get to the thing. We'll probably watch this at the end of the stream, or not any stream. We'll probably watch this eventually on Sunday, just a little tease. But yeah, massive, wide, arcing attacks. I'm not sure if she scales well. I would assume she does because so many people are excited for her. I also noticed, I think there's a correlate with people who like Cryo and have Frigg and want this character because I think she's like a single target. Well, it doesn't seem single target. She seems like a DPS. But yeah. Shame Saki's a tank. I mean, maybe it's for the best though if you have Frigg. Frigg kind of seems like an offensive DPS and shit and stuff. She's both. I forgot. She changes stances, right? That's how it works. Tank and DPS. Yeah, she changes. Red says, Hoyo and Genshin make me depressed. As far as I'm concerned, the game is dead for players like me. No, I'm 100%, dude. The only thing that sucks, man, is when I see people who like some people when they have a response like that, they get like emotional, which I'm really emotional person. I'll get emotional a lot of things, but if sometimes the way you respond to something, the way I respond to something, isn't necessarily emotional, it's like frustration and annoyance essentially. It's almost like I'm frustrated with, like, some people would be upset and sad by the fact that they wasted time on investing in a game that was never going to be something that they ever had. So why did they spend 5 months when they could have just left it the first month and had the same result? So people get sad by that notion of lost time. For me, I've always found it, I get frustrated. Like, it's less of like an emotional sadness. It's more of like a, well, then fuck you then kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's not, yeah. So I've seen some people have that response, which I think is an appropriate response. Again, this idea that you basically are in mourning for the fact that you were holding up for something that was never going to be. But simultaneously, I'm just like, fuck you. And this is why I'm enjoying Tower Fantasy. This is also why so many people, this is why I'm like a fucking cocksucker, basically, when it comes to Tower Fantasy. Because to me, it's the game that is the game that I wanted to invest in. It's also hilarious because a lot of the people who are holding up for Genshin were shitting on, like, lashing out at Tower Fantasy for what I could not understand was a valid reason. And the funniest thing is that I think those same people will not be able to eat their words and jump into Tower Fantasy and try to enjoy it. I think they'll probably will play Hoyoverse's next game, expecting a different result in this whatever thing. And I think, I don't know. They'll probably, I think I'm very much I'm happy that people are enjoying Genshin, but to me, I'm frustrated with myself mostly, and a little bit with the company for just not having the potential that the game I thought was going to be. And also, it makes me not want to play other games. Also, again, she looks great, by the way. Fantastic, huge slashes. Again, that looks so cool. That one move, I think, looks great. I also think Lyra, to me, has one of the coolest attacks in the entire game, or like discharges. It's like summons forth like an orchestral crowd that just devastates everything. Beautiful. Anyway, let me stop lagging behind. Ooh, where are you? Where are you, Red? Your name is so weird. There you are. I hope. Do you want me to send you a friend request, Lone Stick, or you can join on that? Red says, "Oh, yeah, for like her being DPS, yeah. What do you call it, Red? It's kind of frustrating. It's super weird, kind of complex. At least to me, I feel the same way with Lyra. Lyra is extraordinary. Like, if you look at anybody's page in the whole swing of things, okay, guys, I'm killing me. If you look at Lyra's like stats, it's the same thing as Fua or whatever her name is. Also, I have to leave this group. But yeah, if you look at Lyra's stats, and I think the same thing would be for what's her name, is they have like so much text because given you have resonance, aka attack resonance or tank resonance, the characters intrinsically change. And yeah, just complicated. What are we doing? We are doing friends. Lone Syndicate. I'm sure Lone Syndicate can join, but we're gonna do this just in case. It's so confusing or whatnot because he's playing like 15 different games, so I understand if he's like, I don't really know what's going on. You know.
I'm on a roll.
Oh shit! Smash my thing. Max says, Genshin be like, we not adding any more endgame stuff. Meanwhile, Tower Fantasy 2.5, 2.0 update is coming out this month. Enjoy. Yeah. Well, I was about to say, man, again, to me, that's what I'm hoping. Like, so as much as I'm thinking about this VR stuff and I would love to do it, yeah, it is also one of those things where I'm like, I mean, I don't know, man. It's like, the stars are aligning for what my thought was going to be with Tower Fantasy, which is if I put in the work and I build videos that are kind of going to be good to pull people in forever, i.e. how to get stronger, things like that. Eventually, like when there's a super swell of people coming into Tower Fantasy, if it's the new update or if it's the shittiness of realizing there's no end game going to be in Genshin, those kind of things, then yeah, also let me leave as a party, a team. Yeah, like I think maybe there'll be a swell of content coming in, but again, there could be also the thing where like we just somehow can't capture the audience there because maybe I haven't analyzed them enough or I haven't been creative enough, whatever the reason could be, and then we could try this other thing. Ticket says all the stuff about meta out the window doesn't matter. Yeah, well, it's not even like, yeah, meta. I agree with that. Meta, the whole sentiment about like meta not mattering or whatever. But to me, it was just the like it was like again, it's been the thing that everyone has thought since like the first year of Genshin, probably like 8 months in. But it was this is because people were confused why this game was Genshin was getting such weird treatment in comparison to Honkai, like the anniversary rewards and everything. And it very much seems like a person who does not normally make gacha games or anything like that was basically, oh god, we're gonna probably die here. Eesh. A person who doesn't make gacha games normally, the game it basically feels like the game made a stupid surge of wealth. And then a CEO came in and said, "Okay, well, I'll run it now because yeah, and the game is a publicly traded company, I think, so it just makes sense that they're just going to offload the work to the one person, to like a CEO, etc. Because you have to make your investors happy, and that's how business usually works. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! I fucked up! Where is the thing? Is it around this bend? Uh-oh! No, get the fuck! I hate it so much, man. The controller support for this game is ass. I lashed out there, I'm sorry. I'm about to say, where the hell is it? Did we leave it? What happened? Oh, but yeah, I think the game started doing extremely well, and I think basically the sentiment for Genshin is just don't rock the boat. The game is making billions of dollars. Don't touch anything. Worst case scenario, it dwindles out in a couple years, but we've made billions, and we can subsist ourselves on that. Throughout the whole time, and also we can greenlight other games to kind of maybe, I don't know, man. I was gonna say maybe they develop an end game for what is ZZZ maybe, but I don't know if I want like I don't know. I don't know if I don't want to bet on them anymore. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like again, I bet again. This is the same. This is why like it's what they've done. This is why the review or whatever was both good and incredibly bad. Is it like it put people in a sense of mourning in the sense of like, oh, this is all of my time was fundamentally wasted. Therefore, they're never going to give you that opening usually again for that like opening of like, oh, maybe next time it'll be okay. Well, I guess there are always people who go back to like what is clearly a very toxic and bad relationship, etc. You know, because they're like, well, maybe it gets better. And it's like, well, you have, you know, but this is the equivalent of like. Yeah, I guess it's just different people. Some people will be like, holding out for hope. Maybe this time will be different. And then I think most people will be like, but what if it's most likely not? What if it's the same thing that you were conditioned to experience beforehand? Eesh. It's funny. I'm curious how Sekity feels about this. If Sekity because Sekity's been like waiting for Scaramouche for such a long time, and I bet it doesn't probably do much of like a hindrance, especially considering I think she's so busy that I think she's like, yeah, I can't really be involved with Endgame. It's too much, you know what I mean? But I wonder what she would feel about it. So I tried to use an ability there. I guess it stopped. Yeah, also they said they have no plans on ever doing a collaboration with Genshin. Again, it's the definition of like, don't rock the boat. If you do something and it cannibalizes our cash cow, we're gonna lose our shit. And it's like, well, I guess again, I don't. I mean, maybe I don't know. I was gonna say maybe people have like, if this has such bad will that, yeah, I don't see that happening. I don't think it has such bad will that if they ever make a game, because regardless of whatever anyone says, Genshin is a good game. It's just, yeah, it's to the extent in which you're frustrated by the fact that. Like you as a member of their community just completely kind of had to chew through the fact that you're not going to get anything that you want out of the game, you know? I don't know if it's like, again, if they made another game that's free and good, yeah, I think it's just the issue is that people have like our understanding of the game, they supported the game, they know the game makes a lot of money, they know it's good to bet on, etc. That I think it's an innate feeling of like, but I bet on you. I was rooting for you, and you kind of made me look stupid, or make me feel stupid, or like make me feel entirely invaluable, or like any of my effort meant nothing. And of course, this sounds silly because of course, you know, it's a game, and you know, it's a company that's making millions of dollars and has seemingly had no moral proclivity in the slightest. It's just like, how much can we make, etc. But yeah. What's your favorite part about Saki though, Bolty? Also, Bolty says, I wanted to watch the other video, but we can watch that Sunday. Yeah, which video was it? Also, we gotta be careful with some videos we watch, because sometimes they'll get copyright claimed. The one guy we watch, Gaki or something, is amazing. He doesn't copyright claim, which is great. And he's in the description of every video. I should do a better job about pushing to him every single time we use his footage, so I did do that last time, which I regret. So sorry about that. But yeah. Also, we're gonna check here. What channel is that dragon? Dragon Taxi? I mean, are they? Uh-oh. Oh, Dragon Taxi full? God damn it. I don't know if I should have done that. I was hoping that he would... Yeah, see? No, he left the team. Damn it. I want to get that Dragon Taxi too. The corpse is probably sitting there. Team disabled. God dang it. Losing it says also no collabs with Hoyo's other games, and done it before. Nope. So yeah, I was about to say, like, we did it once, and again, it totally seems like because again, I think there's a team working on Honkai, and they're like, let's just make a fun game for people, and we'll do all that. And there's the company that they've like the investors have been like, no. Game developers, you have no control here. Just give it to the person who's like a guy who knows how to make millions of dollars. And I'm sure their analytics people can say, well, if we do this is going to piss off these people. And if we do this, then this is going to decrease our retention here and all that stuff, And maybe MiHoYo, to like make them seem like a nicer company, maybe they're like, well, wait, why don't we just greenlight new games in which you guys can have your fucking whole field day with, but this cash cow can remain our cash cow, so that we can just go balls to the walls with these other games, trying endgame content, all this stuff, but we don't want to rock the boat here because it's such a valuable commodity for us. Yeah, I guess that makes it a little bit less shitty, but I don't know. I still feel like I don't really want to. I don't know. I have a feeling like it's probably the wrong response, but it's. I have a feeling I don't want to support those people. I guess that makes sense. But I don't think it's fair. Again. Let's see what it says. So does that mean they never gonna unlock her true potential? Yes, it does. For what? Who? Yeah, Bodhi, definitely go to sleep, buddy. We appreciate you having you, but I don't want you to fuck up your whole sleep schedule with this. Also, Red says, if you ever play Genshin again, it'll just be the story and explorations. Since no end game will ever come, and not particularly to any resin stuff again either. Why, brother? Why bother? Yeah. Also, to me, I think the investors are probably like fucking incredibly frustrated with the devs who did the interview. Or the team that did the interview, because good night, Baldy. Because like this, I think does have a net negative. Like why is Spiral Abyss so damn hard if not to incentivize wishing for a character? And if there's never any if there's no point to doing Spiral Abyss because there's never going to be any content that's harder. Worst case scenario, 1 week you can't make it to level 12 or whatever it is. It's like there's not an incentive there anymore. Beforehand, just the idea that potentially you could get stronger because of a hopeful future of an end game or just a reason to play is now dead. Because again, there's no reason for nothing. Like it's like the game is what it is, and you'll never get anything else out of it. It's not like, again, the one thing that to me seems stupid. I can understand them saying that like end game content is not what they're interested in, because their main thing is they're trying to make a successful game, and they need to make it so that the entry point to Genshin is better. Despite that doesn't even make sense, because fucking Inazuma, like all this stuff is quest gated or adventure rank gated, so like that doesn't make sense. So the game is not pretty like normal player ease of access thing. Like if you get a Dendro character, you have to push to a deep end game in order to be able to survive, and that's probably a part of their marketing scheme as well, because you could get a good character like a Dendro character, an Inazuma character, and then you still need a character that's good enough to carry you there, i.e. you'd spend it on the standard banner just to get someone, maybe Diluc or something. So yeah, but anyways. Oh, but the resin thing, that's what I was gonna say. The resin thing to me was like that's like egregious, to the point where like I think people would you know, then at least then you'd be like, oh, well, maybe we can like, you know, have fun grinding and have fun doing more damage. You know, my account isn't at these end game whale or, you know, maximum free to play player kind of accounts. Maybe I'll get there over time. But the fact that res will never be increased, the fact that it's just there's no future. You know, I mean, it just makes you feel like there's no future, regardless if that's true or not. Once again, it says no, Grin. It's still shitty. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. It's incredibly shitty. Also, more dragon. It's funny. I don't know. I wonder why people aren't doing the thing. Maybe it's because people bought it. Let me see. How are we doing with the event? Are we like even close? Because I think we have 1,000 cells. Maybe you just don't need to do a lot of it in order to get a lot. Let's see. Can we buy everything in the shop? Can we even make a dent? I think the next best thing to buy is these. Maybe we can get a lot of these. Maybe it's this. Bought all that. Bought all that. Bought all this. Running out of money now. I think I'll buy these. It's actually shockingly cheap. Oh, and granted, you can always farm chests, but I feel like the bosses just we got like 1,000, so I think it's just way better. Well, we bought all the things that are incredibly valuable, but I would like to kind of buy everything, selfishly. I wonder what the third one would be. Hopefully, it's something that's like an actual thing that you do, like a quest. Like, you know how we could do duels. Hopefully, there's something like that, except just with ads or something, and it's efficient to grind. Because the whole boss thing, as much as it's fun, it's like sometimes you're waiting there for someone to say something. And you're like, I hope so. I hope it works. Alone Ticket says, actually, Grin, the past couple of Spiral Abysses cycle has been quite easy. Are we still grinding boss? I think so. I think we're trying to still do that, right? Actually, well, we could do one more and then stop after this one. I'll invite both of yous. And then we could do, what do you call it? Fortress Clash and, what's it called? That's Bolty. There you go. Yeah, we could do Frontier Clash and the one that gives you matrices, because we still have those to do. Specifically the matrices one. The matrices one is important. We should have done that maybe first. We got to talking. I also want to make sure we did cover phase 2 of the event, just in case there's any doubt of what to do or whatever it may be. Oh, it's kind of like a. I like when they funnel things into the boss. I like to do grinding world bosses. I just think it would be smarter if they actually optimized it more. So like instead of, if you were literally just to click, let's see, if we were to click the event and you were to hit Vera, Orienteering, and then you were to click this and you hit go, instead of it hit go, hit like Q, and then you would just basically see everyone who's on the server queuing at this moment across all servers, and they would just lock you into one, rather than having to do the world tree thing, and then you see like people hunting dragon, you see all this other crap. It'd just be nice to kind of say, no, this is what I'm interested in, and then you'd also have a gauge of how many people are loading in, you know, and sometimes it'd be too much, sometimes it'd be too little, that kind of thing. Red says, there is a future for Genshin. It's just not for people that like theory crafting and the numbers game. Especially those that want more to do challenge-wise. And it's 100% casual game confirmed now. Yeah, no, I agree that it's casual game. I also think that it's less than that for me, personally, because it's not even like a numbers game. I just want something to do. That's kind of it. Like it's like it's not even a. It's like the most non. It's not like to me casual would mean like you're not caring about numbers. I never really cared about numbers. I just wanted things to do that were fun to do, and the only thing we've had to do for such a long time was an event that takes 2 seconds that unlocks like over a huge chunk of time, and also artifact farming. From which and we've been doing that for almost a year and a half. So like to me, just Genshin hasn't added anything that's fun in a while besides story, you know, like that's end game content doesn't necessarily need to be end game content. Like honestly, I didn't like the end game thing doesn't really Well, it's not good for sure. I don't like that. But to me, it was just that there was no permanent content's not going to be added. You know, a card game is going to be added. Again, every choice that they make is like, how can we make more money because people are interested in this type of thing? This could be a new player base, a new market to jump into, and, you know, to tease the monetary swing of things, etc. Also, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening? What is that? Why did it spawn me on the other literal side, man? So do I not have that? I guess I don't have that thing. Shit. That's stupid. Anyways. But yeah, like to me, it's the end game to me is something I want, but I just want something else to do in that game. And like all you have is the same domains that you've always had. Like, yeah, to me, it's like as far as a game for casuals, it's not even that. Like, I mean, the events, you do things for 2 seconds. Like, it's a casual game maybe for people who like, so why the fuck is it pinging to that? Stop swearing at me. God damn it. Oh, I hope he's still alive so I can at least get 2 hits in so I don't feel entirely useless. Hooah! Nope. Max says, I'm on now. Can I yeah, absolutely. Just give me a sec. I gotta get some distance so it doesn't kill me. I hope that's you, Max. Gamer or something? I think that's you, if my memory serves. But my memory's been being spacey lately. I shouldn't say that. My memory's actually improved greatly. It's just there's too much things that I'm trying to pay attention to right now in my life. Yeah, like, I would feel better about Genshin if they say added the one event that everyone likes but kind of wants to be permanent now, and it's kind of sick of being the event, which is supposed to be something kind of just even tangentially different. What's the one where like you're playing like tower defense essentially? I wish if they just added that, then at least I'd be like, okay, the game is getting better. I have in no way do I think Genshin has improved in the slightest. Like, you have UI changes maybe. Like, it takes a fucking eternity just to find like an update that's quality of life. You know what I mean? Like those are the things that, as far as like creating, that's why I laugh a little bit when they say stuff like, we're creating a game that's like better for new players. And like, fucking wow. Okay. Like, yeah, and maybe it's just because there's enough content there at a base that, you know, if they think if they added more, they'd be overwhelming outside of endgame content. But just for them to add content, period, would be pretty nice. Also, I've been murdered. I've been murdered, but luckily that's not the most damage. Also, fucking ow, Jesus. Theater Mechanicus, thank you. Yeah, exactly what it is. I'll say that. Theater Mechanicus. If they would have added that, then I'd have at least been like, okay, the game is getting better. But the game is, yeah, like, as far as the, not that Red's wrong, by the way. I've heard a lot of people say that, like, oh no, now it's a game for casuals, and it is. But I don't know if it's, I think it's like, if you're the kind of person that wants a game to have more over time, whether it's DLC or whatever, it's, to me, hasn't achieved that, you know? And again, it's weird because I think it can, especially with Tower Fantasy being like, it's also a mobile game. And it's seemingly fucking infinitely bigger than Genshin is, but yet it's still a fucking, yeah, it's weird. I guess I'm swearing. But yeah, I have it on my phone, and it's like, this is way more complex, way more crazy, bigger levels and all these things. So, and yeah, also the housing thing you can activate there. So yeah, and this is like right at the hop, you know what I mean? Like, Genshin took a long time to add Start a Teapot, and even then it feels like you're playing a server that's like super distant. Anywho, don't mean to drag Genshin in any way, I just, yeah. All right, let us, if you're interested, let us commence this. Do that, give me that. Go over here, give me this. Where is it? Challenges. We have a lot of Void Rift. Void Rift. Oh, I haven't actually fought this person, I don't think. Or maybe we have. But it seems like we haven't. But it looks fun. I don't know what the effects are. Lone Sync, says, like the Spiral Abyss Cycle Floor 12 Chamber 3, it brought a new boss into a second half, and it was a cakewalk. Yeah, but I also wonder, Lone Sync, because you also were playing for a long time, and you have characters that I think, especially since Dendro and you have Electro Archon, I think that all kind of equates. Like whenever someone says something in the game is not difficult, I've always I always kind of go, well, we were playing the game for a long time, so I'm sure there's some connection, but also this is the character I think that we see in the thing. I don't think she has the actually I'm not sure. Is she the character with the rather revealing see-through top? It's not revealing. It's just kind of like, it's more revealing than other. It's pretty. She got band-aids on her boobies. Okay, so that's the whole ass setup. Lone Singer says it's like they are making their endgame content more casual. I see. Yeah, man. I guess to me it's also the FOMO stuff that like. Yeah, it's hard to describe. But like I don't feel like the game is good for casuals really either. I think if you like story, then yes, it's good. That's a game that like it's like an Uncharted type experience constantly being iterated upon. That's fun. The fact that it goes away, not so fun. Pretty shitty actually. Also, sorry about this, Max. Yeah, we're on top of each other. Forgive me. I'll move. Get out of here. It's itchy. What does that mean? I always hear that as a way to describe like risque anime, but not quite there. It's like softcore weirdness. Like you see nipple maybe, but otherwise than that, I don't really know what it means. I thought it meant like, I think hentai means pervert. At least that's the correlation I've seen in some of them shows when like somebody fucking falls into a, what's it called? Someone sees some stupid shit like opens a changing room or whatever, and a person's there and they get like giga kicked, and you're like, god damn. And they should have broken every bone in their face, and the person is a murderer because you spear kicked a person, you know. But instead, goofy fun humorness nonsense. So did we get everything up here? I think so. It was another floor, never mind. Ooh, you way ahead of the game. Oh, I was about to steal that from you. Just joint that shit. Have we gotten everything over here? Probably. I think we're good. I did not get a lot this time. I was quite slow. Slow in the draw. Let me see what can I give you guys. Volt attack. Oh, I only got one. Flame, give it to you. Poet. I'll give it to Lone Cynic. He has Nemesis. Attack. I'll give it to. Give it to Lone Cynic. Physical attack. Give it to you. And I have nothing. I have nothing. I feel like I'm missing like a bridge that we could have went down because I feel like there's, yeah. Imagine starting Genshin. You wish on the Dendro Archon banner you get her and you use her till you get to Sumeru, which you can't clear until you do Inazuma, Leeway, all those things. Yeah. It's a pain. It's pain and sadness. I feel like we're missing a chunk of the map. Yeah. Is it here maybe? Must be. Because no one else has residence. Maybe no one's divvied up their points? Mayhaps? I don't know. It's a debuff, like there's less gems on the map. I think I've been here. Yeah. Well, fuck it, let's run it. Enter anyway. Can't find it. Can't find anything. Yeah, the whole AR thing is just seems like a contradictive thing. Stupid. Also, Max, if you've never played this, you need, I think you probably have, but you need to divvy up your yield by clicking here, and then you'll basically give a stack to somebody. So you want to basically give, everyone needs at least a 3 stack of something. And it's incredibly important for you to do that because that's where all of our damage comes. Yeah, I've handed some buffs. Okay, go for it. Man, I got a slight. I'm not sure if it's a. I don't know what it is, but it's fucking annoying. It's got like it feels like a paper cut in my eye, but it's like not painful. It's just like an irritating. Like I want to scratch the shit out of it. It's not a sty either. At least I don't think so. Could be it. It feels like tender, like as if you kind of rub the shit out of your flesh, you know. What we rocking here? I got 3 of these. I'll give Volt to you then, because I don't need Volt then. I'm gonna do no damage. What's new? 3 attack. I'm good to go. Nice. We're all juiced up. Oh, we got to hurry, boys. We had 8. Golly. Usually we do this. We started 11 minutes. Take our time today. Also, does she have the things? Nope. I don't know if it's that. In this cutscene things, they make that shit seem real see-through. I don't think that's the case here. Maybe that, you know what? They probably made that her like a 3-star constellation unit thing. You know what I mean? Why? I mean, knee bent the whole time and it just elongated and hurts like hell. What was the game that? Oh yeah, sorry. That was the games that I'm excited for. On the topic of like being a little bit downer on Genshin. Let's hold back a little bit. Also, does she have a? I thought she fought with like rollerblades. She has a giant, like, weird laser beam? Oh. Oh, man. That's some bullshit. Or maybe this is not the character? No, she did a heel kick there. I thought she had, like, rollerblades and something. Is this not the same person? I think it's the same person. Ah, shit. Goddamn, light me up. Light me up. She does not even near as much damage as the one person, though. The other person is nuts. Little turret girl. Yeesh. Oh, she's doing spinnies. She kind of seems like a Bayonetta ripoff. Not to be mean, but yeah, because she has like guns in her heels. It looks like, and then 2 pistols. So and then she looks like she puts them together to make like some sort of weird Gatling laser. Ooh. But I can see her being a character. Although I kind of see how people went in on Frigg, because Frigg kind of looks, in a lot of ways, the most iconic out of all of them. At least weapon-wise. Like, you get a badass katana and you get a character that's pretty unique. I wonder how many buffs we got. I think you can see in the level how many you actually collected and how many you're left hanging. Oh, they're making good work about that. I swear, man, these are either like you beat it instantaneously or like it's the worst thing ever and it takes forever. It's kind of a catch-all. Yes. Ooh. Also, I never really asked, how are you guys' day? Sorry, I kind of shot at you guys because I had so many things I wanted to run by you. Yes, and the more we're talking about Genshin, the more I keep going back and forth. That whole, well, the VR thing, I think we would get mileage out of. I think that's the thing. I think it'd be fun even just for a couple streams to have a goofy, fun time with. But yeah, to do the whole on the topic of Genshin, kind of making itself clear about that it's not having any end game. It makes me think, oh well, then there could be an opening for Tower Fantasy to kind of get some people in here and give it a chance, you know? I missed. Nice. Didn't get an impact at all. Run that one more time? 2 more times. 2 more times, then maybe 1 fortress clash. Oh, my eyes. Oh. Oh, I pulled something on my shoulder. Oh. But yeah, how was you guys' day? Sorry, I never asked. What did you guys get up to today? Was it a chill Tuesday or was it cranked? Was there so much happening? I kind of had a wish I would have done more. Again, I woke up kind of having this like perma-tired allergy, kind of swollen face bullshit. Also, we should not be here. We're gonna get killed if we load in here. Mostly it says my day was kind of chill day, not too much. Also, Lonesy, did you ever reply when you probably did, and I just missed the message unfortunately. When it comes to the your progression on your your tablet, drawing wise, have you kept up with it, and have you noticed any sort of like it starting to feel second nature yet, or have you kind of taken a break and went back to good old faithful pencil drawing? I don't know if that's the same character. It looks similar, but maybe it's not. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll see it in a cutscene, but the character has pink hair, or maybe she has white hair. I think she has pink hair. We hit with a loading screen, we might be able to see it. So what happened? Oh, I'm getting stabbed. Oh, so Max, you just vibing, just hanging out, having a good time. I wonder if we'll get the loading screen here. Don't make a liar out of me. Ugh, it's just a normal loading screen. Damn it. I don't know if that is the character with the wheels. I think so. But she does nothing like that. It looks different, which makes sense because in the fan art, woof, or the art, woof, crazy. Lonzo says, I was raining that nice cool air. It was raining that nice cool. What do you mean? Also, I know I probably should not ask questions to people we're playing with because they're probably playing and having a pause and it's a whole nightmare. So, shit. Died, you die too. Give me that just in case. God, I hope Cobalt becomes home, by the way. Oh, I'm trying to think what her best matrice is. I think it's for her, to me, Ruby's matrices seem so good in comparison to Cobalt's matrices. They just seem terrible. Well, not terrible, I shouldn't say that, but yeah, to me, Ruby's matrices seems perfect. I think Crow's, though, would be plenty in terms of her like best matrice. Let's grab that one. You just want crit, right? Crit seems just solid. Especially consider, well, I don't know, because she also shatters like crazy, so maybe Merle's would actually be huge, but I don't know if you want to do that. Also, again, I want to keep saying this, but like, if you guys did the story quest for Cobalt, her shatter was not implemented in the Cobalt test run thing. Story playable option for you to play her. So, yeah, if you're like, oh my god, I didn't really feel the shatter when she hit, it's because it wasn't there. And God, I hope that wasn't an error, because woof, that would be a lot of people being like, well, what the fuck? It said it, so I said it. Okay. Wait, what? Hold up. Wait a minute, Red. You said excited for tomorrow, Cobalt. I thought it was Thursday. Man. What you talking about? What you talking about? Is it Wednesday? Uh-oh. I think it was Thursday. Shit. Shit, fuck. God damn it. Well, I don't know. It's looking rough. I thought she was, oh, maybe it's like Wednesday night, like at like a specific weird time. So, ow, I didn't even do that. I think there's one right here. Parkour. Oof. Like everything on top, I think so. Yeah, nice. Okay. Let's divvy up the boons. Okay, I got no vault, man. Never got vault. Everyone needs vault. Also, poet. Give you that. Attack. Give you that. Mighty. I'll give it to Goblin. Flame. I'll give it to you. Warrior. Hey, y'all better be cashing up Flame when I hopefully get Cobalt. I'll go with you, and then give the last one. Oh, well, shit. If anyone has any physical attack, then I'll take that, even though I don't have any use for it, but it would just be having a bonus. So I'm one off. Ugh. Ooh. Okay. I was about to say, I was like, whew. Red says, got ahead of myself, sorry. Just saw the timer today saying 24 hours. I hate it, man. No, I'm good, man. I was more like, oh, fuck. I thought I was going to line up perfectly so we could stream it, run it. I just have to hold a couple hours until we get to 5 p.m. and then run. But yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm hopeful. What are we doing when it comes to actual wish? Oh, I can't see, I don't think. Yeah, we can't. When we get out, I'll be able to look. Oh, you giving me back a volt? I should give this to you then. Or did you give it back to me? I give it to you. My eye. Max says, I got physical. You've got physical? Then you need to give me whatever 3 stack you have. Because I need a 3 stack. Or do you not have a 3 stack? I got 1 vault. I got an attack. An attack. And an attack. Okay, well, here you go, Max. And the person gave me a vault. You have 3. You have 3. I guess I'll give this one to you. I guess we could just give you tons of physical attack. Actually, it wouldn't hurt you because, yeah. Vault. I'll give back to you. Alright. Let's run it! What do you mean, Grin? I ain't given any given on digital art that easy. I just took a little break. I'm currently working on it. No, I understand. Yeah, I was just curious how the progress updates. I always like hearing what you guys got going on, so I need updates to see what will be happening. Also, I feel like I hold you guys a little bit accountable, and you do the same for me. Actually, you guys are far too sweet. You guys never held me accountable, actually. But I'm also pretty malicious about holding myself accountable. So I don't know if there's an opening necessarily. So. But yeah, man, I'm curious about that because I always wonder what the thing is. But yeah, you having too many things going on right now makes sense, or you have a current project make a sense. Oof. Yeah, man, I don't really know what I'm gonna do if it's tough because like my main team that I desperately want is Cobalt, Ruby, and Lyra. That's my main thing. In fact, there's probably a video coming out there tomorrow, something like that. No, not tomorrow. It'd be probably Thursday. But anyways, that's a character that I most definitely want, and I'm kind of annoyed and worried that I may not be able to get all 3 of those characters, especially with Lynn being next. So I don't know. I gotta look up. Is Lynn as good as people say she is at level 1? Or like a copy 1, not needing 15 of her, or 3 like Bolty was saying was where she gets really nuts. But also Lynn is just good because she kind of works with every element, it seems like. So you're like, oh. Also, she looks great. So like I said, not like there's a bunch of reasons why you go hard for Lynn, basically. Ew. Also, didn't really realize what came out of my mouth. Pain. But yeah. So I don't know. We could luck out theoretically and get Cobalt maybe early. Pain maybe. And then we could have Lynn and maybe get her less early. But then we could maybe save for Cobalt. It's tough. It's tough to say. But I don't want to lose my low spender stat, so I just have to ride these. I mean, we theoretically have skipped 2 banners, or 2 characters. So, I don't know, 2 characters for 3 though, but playing all the events and also doing a little bit of season pass stuff? Maybe? Mozika says, yeah, go hard for Lynn. Well, stop it. Stop it. I mean, yes. But yeah, clearly a lot of people are going hard for multiple ways, but not what I meant, okay. This and this. What you, oh right, that, this. Also, Lone Singing, your ability to type quickly and then immediately like play the video game still is nuts. I'm always blown away. Actually, you're keeping up with chat, and I can still see that you're dealing damage. So like, wild. Oh, also, on the topic of anime Lone Syndicate, I did a pretty good job when it comes to when it comes to Dawn Witch to be kind of like, well, maybe this is for somebody, you know. I don't really understand it. It's not that it's bad. It's just that it has so many questions that it doesn't really develop an answer, which is kind of negative. It's a little bit negative, but it's not as negative as I could have been. I told you guys I was going to start an anime, basically called Fruit of the Evolver. And I don't know, man. Could just be me. It could just be me. But it feels like I always thought, okay, I don't want to be rude, but I always thought when somebody says like an anime is mid, kind of like a douche take a little bit. Like the show is made for somebody. It just may not be for you, and that's fine. But to say that like, oh, objectively, it's just kind of mediocre is not fair, you know? But when it comes to this anime called Fruit of the Evolver, or Fruit of the Evolution, something like that, it is, if you watch it, you'll know. But it feels like that is actually justifiable in this specific show's case. I'd say that if you like it, it's not bad. It's just, to me, I always think, like, when I'm watching it, I think there's 15 things that do what it's doing extremely better. Like, comedy-wise, Konosuba. Like, Power Fantasy, Overlord. Dawn Witch was mediocre. I mean, Lone Syndicate, watch this one, and you might realize that, oh, like maybe what you would consider mediocre, I would consider it passable. And what I would consider mediocre is awful. But it's not awful. It's just, to me, it's hard to describe. It's so hard to describe Fruit of the Evolver. It just seems like, I don't know. It could be a me. It could be a me thing. I always come back to, I could be fucked up. Just could be me. Multitasking is a skill I have learned. Ooh. Also, let me do this real quick. Do we want to run that again? Putting it on to you guys, I've kind of done what I needed to do, and we've kind of, as long as we've shaved off some of the, weekly get done now stats, such as Fortress Clash and things like that. Fortress Clash, we're at 1 though, so we can grind that up. Same thing with Void. Oh, we've done all Void Rift, so now we only have to do Fortress Clash if you guys want. And then I also have to probably just actually, if anyone has Dimensional Trials or Interstellar Exploration, and you have squares, because I actually found out that squares are actually the main thing I need. Unfortunately, it's not the triangles. I did the math last night, and I was like, ooh, I've been hunting the wrong thing. But yeah, the little cubes, which of course, the one time I need them finally, they're nowhere to be found, so great. I only get triangles. But yeah, I need the cubes to level up my weapon. Wow, mediocre is awful. My control went dead. Controller went dead on me, and my tablet needs charging. That's it for me. Nice playing with you guys. Yeah, have a fun time. Doing whatever you're gonna do. Let's see. Thank you for playing with us. Also, yeah, probably then save the Fortress Clash. It's a little tough. I was gonna actually try to get some footage maybe real quick. Are we in a party still? I'm not sure if you guys want to do this with me. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Shit. Yeah. Damn it. Well, wait. No, that will work out fine. Yeah, okay. I'm making a video about like the most important currency that to farm, and it's the one I never do. And you guessed it. It could be, the one that requires you to farm Fortress Clash, or the other one, the other activity. And I have a thing in Fortress Clash that I can spend, therefore making it so that I can't do it, because I do normal mode and then beat it and then get trap rewards. So we can't do it until we do normal mode Fortress Clash, or hard mode Fortress Clash. So we'll do it Thursday. And also we'll be able to test our girl out in Fortress Clash, hopefully feeling like strong in any way. But I guess we could do the well, no, I need to I got so many things. I guess I'll just burn my resin out until stream's done. I'll burn resin. Red says, also, her aesthetic is rather basic. Oh, Red says, in regards to Lynn, he said, I'm not a fan of Lynn's weapon. Pun not intended. I was about to say, I feel like that was pretty hard. Hard push. Also, her aesthetic is really basic. Lynn's? Yeah, I can get that. But at the same time, I think she also, I don't know, it's kind of like perfect beauty and symmetry looks a little basic because it's perfectly symmetrical shit, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah. Also, I should kick Lone Syndicate because he just disconnected. No, remove. There we go. Max says only like half an hour till stream usually winds down. Yeah, exactly. We got 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Let me go ahead and look. I don't think we have any cubes today. I'm not sure, Max or Red, do you have any interstellar explorations that are these? Or we could go farm bosses. I could always do this on my time. It's just I would like to grind for a couple piece weapon ascension. I think I might have enough if I burned all my boxes, which I might have to do, but yes. It's a tricky thing leveling up a character from nothing to something, in this game at least, for me. Yeah, I guess, well, I don't have any up, so might as well do this then. Dimensional Trials, hard mode, this is what you can actually pick one of them, but it's not as good, I don't think. You don't get like, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, also feel free if you don't want to play, just to, you know, not go. But if you do, then that's awesome. I'm getting hit by tiredness like a truck. I should chug my coffee because we only got half an hour left, so might as well not be a downer. Awesome, man, that's good. Also, that's iced coffee, so it's considered. It is considered. What is it considered? Oh, it's considered a calories. So it has calories in there, so it breaks my fast. So then my body starts to say, "Oh wait, we're eating," and it's like, "No, it's just milk." Calm down. Red says, "I've got 3. Oh fuck! Well, we'll do it after this then." Shit, I didn't know. I was thinking the delay of Twitch, man. Also, sometimes it's just the delay of the chat box that's held. Like I showed it to you that one time. Lone Sinker says, "I'm a fan of Lynn's weapon. Pun definitely intended." Yeah. Well, I thought it was cool because I thought Lynn's weapon was just a fan, but it's like a machete with a fan on it, essentially. It's like a giant metal block that can open up into a fan, but it's like kind of like a sword as well. I thought, that's neat. Fluff says, or no, not Fluff. Lone Syndicate says, "So, Fruit of the Evolver is the anime you want me to watch next?" Lone Syndicate, if you want to do it just to shoot the shit with me and light it up, then absolutely. Maybe you see something that I don't. I just think that like all the things that it does, I think it's not that they're bad. It's just they're like, and it's not even that they're like not like, you know how Dawn Witch was like done in the way that was the most like it took a question and did the one that was the least interesting, but it still did that question pretty well. Whereas this one, it like on every conceivable level, on the moments where like they're doing like the harem king weirdness, I think there are shows that do it kind of more engaging, develop those characters in a funner way. You know, when it comes to power fantasy, I think it like, to me, I enjoy the comedy aspect of it, but like everything feels like it's not quite there. I don't know, and I don't. Apparently, people like it. But to those people, I think, awesome. I'm not trying to take it away from you. I just think, like, if you like the comedy aspect of it, have you heard of a show called Konosuba? Or, what's that other one where, like, fuck. It's, I don't know what it's called. Here, 6, basically. People made Konosuba, basically made another one. That was good. Yeah, there's like a lot of good, Disastrous Life of Psyche Kai is also really good, but that's kind of away from the isekai comedy genre. So yeah, but like, yeah, and then there's the ones where like the power fantasy is done in an incredibly lazy way, where it's like, it's literally the textbook definition of like, it's been an episode, the main character just gets a ton of power. Like his 2 skills he unlocks is basically like instant learning, yeah, so he like picks up a book, and what should normally take you like weeks or months to read, he just instantly gets all the information, and it just keeps getting nutty, and it feels like super unsatisfying, the attainment of power. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's like a comedy anime that's also doing power fantasy thing, but doesn't realize like the point of power fantasy is that there's a cost to becoming stronger, and there's an effort that's leveraged to gain strength. Oh, so I should empower you transfer. Yeah, if you want to go to any of those cool gates, Red, I would appreciate it. Because I need them damn gold cubes. Even purple ones can be converted into gold, so it all works out. Lone Singlet says, yeah, Japanese war fans, some have a hidden blade concealed within them, and really there's a blade in Lynn's fan. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. There's a fan in Lynn's blade, you mean? But I was gonna say, Lone Syndicate, yeah, but like I seen in the Vera trailer, I think, where like it was a close up of her weapon, and it looked like, again, it didn't look like a fan, or like I think you hold a fan by the spread. It's like there's a stick popping out of that fan that gives you like a lot of reach, which I thought, it's kind of cool. It's like an actual like, well, that's probably like a really impractical weapon. You could kill yourself with it, but still. But this is magic. We're in a world of magic. Oh no. Also, I will say that the one thing, just because we were really like ragging on Genshin for a hot minute there, at least I was, and I feel like maybe we're being too snobby with Tower Fantasy. The one thing I do dislike about Tower Fantasy, and to me it does not give me the most faith, Tower Fantasy is embracing the freeze the player, stun the player, kind of gameplay loop for difficulty, and I hate it the most. And it's like Cliff Bleszinski, or whatever his name is, said this a while ago, and I thought it was such a good take. But it was just, why would you ever make something that like you are 100% aware of that makes your player feel so unsatisfied, unrewarded, etc. Like it just makes you feel powerless, and also there's nothing you can do about it. It's just bad. Like unless your game's like Dark Souls, in which you're trying to like make them even Dark Souls knows that that's like it doesn't make you want to like avoid something. It just makes you frustrated when it happens, especially when it comes out fast. But yeah, I hate the freeze stat so much. I hate the electric stat. I hate the stun attack on that one stupid like cyber dog thing. Yeah, not the fan. Combatants will be dispatched. Yeah. Combatants will be dispatched is a good example. Of what? Of mid? Or of like a comedy? Because I hope it's not. I like that show a lot, actually. I thought 6 was rad. I specifically like the ending of that show a lot. Where it's like in a show that's all gratuitous and like you're watching villains basically. At the ending where Lucy was like, "I'll be there to change your diapers. I'll be there like until you go old and die." I thought that was like the most beautiful ending in a show that has so much meanness in it. I was like, that is so wholesome. That is actually like the cutest thing ever. Good example of comedy. Okay, I was going to say, I thought that was pretty good for me, but I thought you liked it too. So yeah, I thought I was off when I was reading that. Max says, oh, so Lynn's a fan, girl. I always like her mixed up with Lyra. First of all, stay. Don't get out, stay. You fit here perfectly well. But secondly, yeah, man, Lyra looks good with anybody. Yeah, Lyra looks perfect with just about anybody. Like, not even just stats-wise. Like, apparently Lyra is in crazy tank. Although, again, I still don't really understand Lyra and how she heals. Like, even if you have an attack resonance, can you still heal by hitting people? Or do you need to pop some other things off? Dragon Boss, maybe? Yeah, hell yeah. We can do Dragon Boss. You want to take me to Dragon Boss? And, like, ping to people? Hell yeah, right? I'll do Dragon Boss.
I'm on a roll.
You have to rally the troops, I think, because it's quite a hard fight, so you need to get people to scream and be like, come on in. I should probably ping to you, though, right? Lone Singlet says, excuse me while the weapon nerd comes out of me, Grin. You should see the war fan with like 4 to 5 on the end. No. I think I think fans can make sense as weapons. I'm talking about Lynn's. If you had a weapon that opened up like this, and it was this big, and you had a stick on the end of it, I don't know why you would not just cut off half of that so that it was just like a perfect axe handle like this, like a fan like that, rather than having a fan like this so that when you go to do any sort of overhitting axe, you're just going to stab yourself. Like, you don't want a sharp thing coming in your vicinity. And it would serve, I would think, not a lot of purpose, and also fuck you up pretty bad. Like, the skill development would not be worth the gain of maybe doing like an under hit, like an under swipe, I guess. But yeah, I am team weapons are cool and can fuck shit up. All right, I am not team punch things with your fists and break your whole fucking hand. And yeah, I'm also team mace. Just to be clear, I whenever I get mace, the person will be like whipping out a katana, and you just from like 2 feet back, you're like, like, or not 2 feet, but like a good distance away, just, and then the person just crumble. Anyway. Oh, also, I should leave the party, right? Leave. Lone Secret says, yeah, correct. Normal fans aren't that big. Yeah, I was about to say, like, fan, like, assassin weapon shit, that makes sense. You just, like, but also, to me, cane weapons make sense. I will say, the whole fan thing doesn't make the most sense. It makes sense when you're like, oh, I'm gonna pretend it like it's, I can conceal it and whatever. Assassin shit, maybe, like, you want to go to a ball or whatever. But, like, you can also conceal the dagger, I feel like, in the same, like, in your wrist or something, a shoe, something. Just seems like a, yeah, like, I have not only one knife, but 15 in here. It's like, okay, weird. Don't know what the application of this is, you know? Also, like, a cane sword. Like, what, like, I'm sorry, the whole cane sword to me, as much as it's neat, I feel like is just, again, overkill. Like, you're gonna pull out a whole ass sword, you're gonna cleave someone in half. Do you know how hard it is to cut through someone who's wearing a shirt or something? It's like, that's not how that works. You know? Again, if you have like a little tiny knife and you just, anyways, we're getting a little grimace. But yeah. I am team Polar. Really? Okay. Wait, I thought you would have been team Katana or like, or Orodachi or something like that. What's good, Unknown? Unknown says, love all your Let It Die videos. Yeah, we're waiting on the Death Verse coming to PC. What do you say? Where I get most of my insight from, appreciated the video. Oh, thank you so much. Unknown, I appreciate that. Also, Lone Syndicate, you said that you were going to upload those videos to the Let It Die tab. I tried to find them. I couldn't. I'm not sure if I was looking like if they were, I thought I was current or like within the last couple months. But I couldn't find them. Or did you just not? I thought you uploaded them, but maybe you hadn't gotten around to it just yet. Also, we have like 2 people here, so it could get rough. Oh, my chest. Eli's like, well, what the fuck? Be patient, Eli. Also, golly, Red. Kick looks all kinds of crazy. Looks real pale. Yeah. Yeah, what do you mean by polearm? You mean like a straight up, like, I don't know what they're called, but like, I don't know, I always go to it's like a Japanese thing where it's like a giant stick with this fucking curved blade on it. Has got rings on the side or something. In any case, I will pick Spear, Beck, D Carbon, Hellberg any day of the week. Oh, in terms of trying to survive, I see. Red says, what's wrong with my pale skin? It's just pale. It's like it's an issue. It's like you gonna hurt yourself. It's like you see the sun, dead immediately. Like, attach some solar panels on you, you'd be cooking, you know what I mean? It's not a negative thing, it's just I'm worried for you. Also, a lot of skin exposed, cancerous, all that. Do you have sunscreen? Is that why you're so white? Who knows? Hellberg, yeah, I also call bullshit on some of those Lone Syndicate. As much as I do think like the most simplest form of weapon tends to be like the best. Like, it's why a spear is like fucking insane. It's because it requires like very minuscule training just to generate a little bit of force forward to stab into some people. Which is why spears and clubs have been around forever. Clubs died down a little bit because, you know, sharp things need to hurt worse. But Hellberg, man, my man, that shit's heavy as fuck. I don't know how you, like, people, I'm not sure if a normal human, and even normal humans, I feel even people with Hellbergs, I think would still get domed by anybody. Also, archery has been, like, crazy. You know what I mean? Also, dude, I seen a video the other day, because I thought I heard something more crazy about it. You know a sling? Just like you have like 2 pieces of cord and a piece of leather, and it's like just a little bit long. I seen a person that could do that and just train with it for I think a year. It was it. And they tracked how fast it was. First of all, this thing was punching through like a wood board, essentially pretty thick wood board, punching through whatever. Now, granted, the guy was lobbing lead, which is extremely heavy and dense. But even still, I was thinking, man, out of all the things that like people out here like training in archery and shit, and I'm just sitting like, oh, you gotta make an arrow, you gotta like curve a bow, the string could break. It's like a variable is weird in that way. And then there's just these people, like fucking brilliant people who are like, what if you just take a sling and use a leverage point like your shoulder, and then you just huck it from the side, and you can get so good where you can hit like a bottle basically from any real distance. How good would that be for survival? Like when it comes to birds, when it comes to just about anything that you could eat, like a chicken or a fucking goat even, anything that you could kill and satiate yourself with. People out here with bows, and I'm just thinking, man, this fucking rock game. You got endless rocks. You got just a piece of leather and a string, and that shit's able to just be nuts. Could also just be me and my madness talking, but I think it'd be pretty crazy. Also, do we have enough people here? Maybe. Ooh, when Cobalt comes here, we might be able to do anything. Maybe. Also, what weapon you are referring to is called a naginata? Oh, like the spear one? The thick spear one? Not the sling, right? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say sling? It's like just two pieces of string with like a little leather. It's almost like a slingshot, except without the implement to like make a Y, essentially. It's just like you whip that shit and bang. But I was blown away, man. It was one of those things where I was like, again, if you were trying to like develop a skill that could reward you and like you had basically infinite ammunition, you could also like use it for hunting and genuinely satiate yourself. You know what I mean? I was like, this shit's cracked. Like, yeah. Oh, apparently also like, what do you call it? The video I was watching was a guy who like, what do you call it? Like he grew up in like, I keep saying the same words again because I can't think of what I'm trying to say. A wine farm, you know, like a wine farm. So the guy basically got these kids who tried to steal, I think, grapes or something from his farm, to snipe these birds that kept picking his wine berries or something like that. And yeah, it was insane because they got so good at like killing these birds, which is horrible. That they were crazy accurate. And I thought, I always have that feeling of like, what if you're accurate in our day and age where there's no need to be good? And then the difference is between you living or dying and eating a meal or not. How good would the people be in the past? Like, you guys remember that video that went everywhere? I'd be surprised if I could find anyone who didn't see it. But it was like this guy who like trained in the art of like old style archery and shit. But he did it like, he no-lifed it for like 5 years and he just was obsessed. And then he could do shit that was insane. He could like catch an arrow and then shoot it really quick out of midair, and you're like, what the fuck? So you're like, oh my god, if this is what this guy can do, imagine what the people who were like truly like their whole life was fighting and like their whole life was development of that skill. Wild. Should be crazy. But yeah, you see your boy, my right shoulder looking like it's popping off, and I started hucking around rocks in a sling because I thought, you know what, if the apocalypse ever comes and we need to like get people to say fuck off. Honestly, it's crazy. Again, I might also just have seen a person who is too good at it, and I'm like, that's attainable. You're an idiot. Like, oh, but yeah, man, that was one of the things that shocked me. It's one of those weapons that are like, it's so simple and it still seems like gnarly. Same thing with like a blow dart, although that's kind of weird because you need to like live in an area where you can have like create something that can be propelled like that. You know, I don't think it could just be a stick. You know, but yes. Red says, meh, I like fair skin goth look. I agree. I wasn't coming for your actual stylistic taste. I too think goth look looks clean. But yes. I just thought it's funny. When I looked at your character, I thought, shit. I never noticed how white the person is, and then no, it's a choice. Although I guess it's goth, yeah. He's got black hair, got some color in there. I don't know, man, for me, goth people were never extraordinarily revealing, that I remember at least. I always remember my goth people, best case scenario, you get like stockings, essentially, like a wire cut stocking or something like that. But I don't think it was shorts. I don't think they correlate too much. But that could just been my Canadian people being like, no, we're gonna rock it, but we're not gonna get all sloppy, you know? We're not gonna get all yucky. Ugh. Also, goddamn, I guess we gotta teleport up there. What weapon would you fight, Lonesome? If you say you had to fight a normal person and you each had the same time to use the said weapon, what would you use? Actually, fuck it, it's a boring question. What would be the weapon you would go for an apocalypse? Because you seem to be into the whole weapon art thing. I don't know if you're into that aspect of it. Also, what's happening? Oh no! Did everyone die? Or did you guys just beat it when I was gone? I think we were close to beating it, so hopefully we can get the thing. I was here. I think you can do it. I think it does work. Run. There we go. Force open. No, I used perfect thing. I mean, will we get a legendary? Watch it. Nope, we got shards. And we got this stupid thing. Damn it, I hate when this pops up because I always forget to use it. Are we gonna do it again? I guess for me though, I guess you could just join in on me. I'll go to another server, Red, and then I'll make you party lead, and we'll do it that way. If you want to do it again. We'll go to channel 33. What? Why didn't I? Why? What? 36? No, 36? Oh, the one's full. Oh shit. Okay, never mind. Let's go to 88 maybe. Nope, I did. Well, good, I don't want to do that anyway. What the fuck is it? I'm trying to go to 33 or 88. 88. Go. Your chosen team is full again. Try again later. Am I full of people? No. What the fuck, man? It's 8. There we go. 8 worked. I got 3 gold keys. Oh man, I got like fucking 12. I'm behind. One of these streams, you guys gotta bang it all out, and I gotta lead the charge. I gotta be like, bah, bah, bah. So it depends on you guys to do it, which I appreciate. But yes, I'm a little bitch. Gotta do it. Invite you. Oh, can I invite you? Once, or if I hit join, I think it means I join you, and I think you want to join me because I have a thing that the boss is up in. I think. Yeah, the boss is up in this world. Friend. There we go. And just join in on me, and then you can send out the call to people if you want at the channel 8. Oh, Lone Snicket says, Grin, you think I'm not training for a zombie apocalypse? Grin, crossbow for long range, spear for close quarters. Really? Spear would be an interesting one to me because maybe it's collapsible, but I just feel like this is a great conversation. It sounds so cool. But I feel like you'd just get wrecked. Like, I feel like everyone has the expectation to be like, oh yeah, I fucked some shit up. And it's like, man, I don't know. I feel like it would be one of the things where like, I'm going to totally kill it. And then horrible outcome, you know? Oh, also shit. Transfer.
The joke yesterday was really bad, wasn't it?
But would you, a crossbow, because to me, my thing, but Lone Syndicate, wouldn't a crossbow eventually, like you'd run out of bolts essentially? You know what I mean? I feel like with that sling, you pick up a rock and you crank it into someone's skull. I feel like I wish stop talking YouTube. It's okay. We're just into all the nonsense circumstance. But yeah, I feel like that would be because I don't think you need a lot of damage. I guess the thing, it's always crazy to me when people are like, "Give me this fucking giant weapon," and I'm like, do you realize like an ice pick can just like, if we're doing zombie shit, it just seems like you just take an ice pick, put it to a stick, and then just into someone's head, and that's it. You can just take a file, it's like a pyramid, crank that into a stick, and yeah, you do not need a lot to puncture a skull actually. Anyways, we're getting real dark and fucky. Also, I should probably leave so that there's more space. I'm curious how the weapon expert Lone Syndicate will combat the response, because I feel like crossbow bolt, there is an argument for like, oh, you might get more arrows, you know, but that's with the expectation that you know how to make an arrow. Also, it takes such a long time to make a fucking arrow, you know. Maybe a crossbow is easier than I think it is. You literally just take a stick and sharpen it, and it's still a lot of time. I feel like you just had a pocket full of rocks. You just learned how to fucking really crank some shit. And yeah. Although I will say, I seen this one person in like me going down the little rabbit hole that I did on YouTube of like this rock, or this person like throwing this rock, a sling, but he did it like the Roman way, which just looked like it had no force at all, which was basically like this. Sorry, like that. I was just like, what? Opposed to these people who are like, they fully send it, and it just punches through like cardboard. I think, oh shit. Oh, if we're under here, we should be fine. Never mind. Fuck. Everyone, oh no. Oh no. Oh, you just got killed. Oh, Red, I just seen your pale goth waifu fucking face down in the dirt. Oh my god. That was a brutal sight. Shit. There's like 2 people here. I should not have left the team. That way you could have pinged to me. Red says, what the I know you're both under the thing. I thought that's how it worked, but I guess not. I guess it's maybe the AoE snuck through, maybe possibly. Uh-oh, lots of meteorites coming for everybody. Oh my god, is that Roger? My chat thing is not reset yet for whatever reason. The chat that I look at, I'm only able to see that because I look at what you're seeing basically on screen, but I just see people commenting things. Give me a sec. Roger, you better reply to this comment. How do you feel about the topic right now in Genshin community where there's going to be no end game? There's going to be no increase to resin. There's going to be no skins for the traveler, etc. Basically the worst interview ever that just destroyed so many people who were holding out hope for what was essentially maybe never, well, definitely now we know never going to be, but yes. Also, Roger, you going for Cobalt B? Also, out of all the characters coming down the pipeline through leaks, which is Lin, Ruby, and Asaki, which one has caught your eye? My chat still hasn't reset. God damn you. Ah. Do this real quick. Do this. Can't tell if everyone has come back or yet. I don't think so, because we're not really melting the boss. Although not a lot of people have ranged weapons, so I also feel that. God, he's making it rain. Also, I'm so sorry I look sweaty and gross today, by the way. I am feeling all kinds of tired and ugh. What? No. Stop it. No. Why? I'm a mile away from you. God, I hate controllers so much on this game. It's just awful. It's just not optimized at all. I'm hitting the attack button and it's like, you want to interact? I'm like, no. Why is this the same thing? Square is doing literally nothing besides a dodge. Actually, it's doing something. A jump. Yeah, no, there's not a lot of buttons that could be accessed, I guess. I would awake to good time for morning, would yield its light, and Sir GRINN would be living, live, smiling away, with infectious positivity. Thank you so much, Roger. It took me a while because I had to squint because it's so tiny for my screen. You gotta realize I don't have full screen on the stream. I got like a little tiny box with my editing with my streaming software, so it's hard to see. But I appreciate you. How you been, Roger? It's been a hot minute. It was the last straw to break the proverbial camel's back. Genshin is but my side title now. Yes! I was hoping for that, man. I was hoping for so many people to finally be like, hey, seeing the game that a lot of content creators were shitting on and shit, come home. Come home, please. Genshin will always be that side game, got a story for you, but this game is adding permanent content and endgame shit. We got raids, my guy, and I can't even do most of it. That's what you want, don't you? You sick fuck. You masochistic crazy person. Lone Syndicate says, give me a sec. Lone Syndicate says, I mean, hey, I'd beat a zombie with a frozen stick of butter in a sock if I had to, but does it make a good point? Not telling I could find more arrows, and I don't know how to make any. So you think you'd be able to find them? Arrows, you mean? Yeah, I also think you'd find like a knife. You could throw it, like an ice pick or something like that. But I'm not sure how that frozen stick of butter are gonna treat you. I don't know what the resiliency is on butter, but I would think it's pretty rough. Now, if you drop a bit of soap in a sock, I hear that's just brutal. But yeah, I'm team. Shit, I don't know what team I am. I think I'm team sling. I don't know what else. I don't know what else I'd do. I don't know. Also, did we get anything good there? I was not looking up, paying attention. Also, let me reset our thing. This, and then open up our chat again because it was lagging and whatnot. Unfortunately, that's all I can do today. But that was a blast. I'm not sure we got anything good. You need a main weapon and a side weapon. I don't know about side weapon though. I feel like I would just go with I don't know, maybe a sling and this. I don't know, man. I'm not sure what my main weapon would be, or whatever you want to call it. Haven't given enough thought, but definitely don't think it would be a. Well, crossbow makes sense, but I don't know. That's what a weird conversation. I love having it. Oh no, the only thing it says no, Grin. I said there's no telling if I could find any arrows. Oh, I see. So you'd be like, okay, so it's a little bit of a toss-up. Gotcha. I feel in a kind of a crazy zombie apocalypse, I would go with sling, and I feel like I would go probably like what you were said. The spear thing makes sense to me, but I feel like there's something I'm missing. Like, gotta be a better type thing. I don't know though. I might. Well, I don't know. There's a bat, but solid bat. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I hope not. Well, with the way the world's been going, honestly, the whole zombie apocalypse thing seems like actually, potentially on the table. Hopefully not. For the love of God, not. I mean, honestly, that's a better possible end than the inevitable, kind of horrible nonsense ending. Anyways, positivity. But no, ladies and gentlemen, let me wind down from it. I appreciate so much you guys, especially at the beginning of the stream, for hearing me out about my crazy idea for VR and if that is even something you guys would remotely be interested in. I still, basically, if you guys want to know more about that whole thing, nothing is going to change in terms of this, besides the fact that there might be a VR stream. If I do go ahead in it, I still got to look into it more. I got to make sure I'm not missing anything. Like, it'd be really a shame to spend the money to get this thing, which I get use out of, but spend the money to get this thing without realizing that, oh no, there's way more steps to know how to make VR footage look good and stuff like that. So I don't want to stop investing in Tower Fantasy, because especially now that Genshin's kind of been, the Band-Aid's been kind of ripped off, proverbially ripped off. For a lot of people to understand that it's not going to be the game that maybe they want it to be, and the Tower of Fantasy, and at least to me, in every way, is that game. End game, consistent content delivery, quality is different. It's not better or worse. I think it's just different. And yeah. But anyways, so I think it will probably, just my headspace is probably I'll continue to keep fostering and fortifying Tower of Fantasy content. With the expectation that it will succeed. Hopefully we'll find people who like to watch it and things like that. And then if we're like 3 months into it, then we'll pivot and try to do that VR idea, which I think would be an idea that I'm waiting for someone to do. And if that happens sooner or later, I don't know. We'll have to see. Regardless, there will always be Tower of Fantasy, at least on this channel, because I just love it this much. It's one of those games that I want to play, and I find it so fun to play with you guys, etc. So yeah, that'll be a consistency, but whether I make content, edited videos specifically for it, might be the thing that changes. And also, the tricky thing is I don't think they translate. I don't think the Tower Fantasy community is the same thing as the VR community. But I do think there's way more value to be captured in the VR space, but we'll see. We'll see if we can make something happen here. It'd even just be nice to have like get monetization on the channel and stuff like that, because that's something that I'm kind of chewing through right now, which is tough. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day. That has been the stream. We will be streaming on Thursday, and we will be wishing for Cobalt within that stream. So wish me luck. I'm gonna need it, especially with Lynn and Saki and all these things coming down the pipeline. Specifically Lynn and Ruby, which suck because of the back-to-back ones. It'd be awesome if there was a break in between them, like Lynn, Saki, and then Ruby. Well, that'd be great if that was the case, but who knows. Anywho, I was enjoyed playing with you guys a lot. Hopefully we can do it again. Thank you kindly for your time. There is no video out on YouTube right now. There was a video that came out yesterday on the GRINN channel, which is more of a hangout podcasty talk about an anime that I quite enjoyed. So go check that out if you so desire. Expect some content tomorrow, hopefully. I'm good about editing this, but I got a lot to do still, but hopefully I can manage. Thank you kindly, and goodbye.